Warning: raw cacao can backfire if you ignore these 7 rules. They say raw cacao is a superfood, the food of the gods, the sacred bean behind ancient rituals, royal elixirs, and modern chocolate cravings. Its history stretches back to the Olmecs, the Mayans, and the Aztecs, where cacao wasn't a treat, but a treasure, a sacred offering, a healing plant medicine. But in today's health circles, it's become a trendy powder in smoothies, a mood booster in morning lattes, a so-called guilt-free indulgence. Yet what they don't tell you, it could be poisoning your system if you don't know the rules. This isn't clickbait, this is your wake-up call. Because if you eat it the wrong way, you're not just wasting nutrients, you're inviting anxiety, toxicity, hormonal chaos, and long-term side effects that silently chip away at your health. Here are the 7 rules every cacao lover must know before their next bite. Let's get into it. Rule number 7, never eat raw cacao on an empty stomach. It might sound pure, healthy, even energizing. But here's the hidden truth. Raw cacao is a stimulant, a strong one. Most people don't realize this. 1 tablespoon of raw cacao contains more theobromine than a strong cup of black tea. Theobromine is a powerful alkaloid, chemically similar to caffeine, that stimulates your central nervous system, increases heart rate, and dilates blood vessels. And when you consume it on an empty stomach, your body absorbs it fast, too fast. Here's what that looks like. Intense heart palpitations that seem to thunder in your chest. Sweaty palms that feel clammy no matter how much you wipe them. A wave of nausea rising unexpectedly, making you feel sick to your stomach. Shaky hands that refuse to stay still, even when you try to calm them. Dizziness that blurs your vision and makes the room spin. A sudden shortness of breath that makes it hard to think clearly. Tightness in the chest like something heavy pressing down. Cold chills running down your spine even in warm weather. A racing mind filled with worst-case scenarios. And sometimes, it all builds into a full-on panic attack. First-time users often think they're having a caffeine overdose or anxiety disorder. Solution? Eat cacao after a meal or pair it with healthy fats, like avocado, almond butter, or coconut oil. This buffers the stimulant effect, slows absorption, and gives your body time to adapt. Remember, in ancient rituals, cacao was always consumed mindfully, often after grounding food or in ceremonial settings. Don't treat it like a candy bar. Rule number 6, not all raw cacao is truly raw. This one shocks people the most. Just because the label says raw doesn't mean it actually is. In the cacao world, raw is loosely defined. Many so-called raw cacao powders and nibs undergo fermentation and processing at temperatures above 118 degrees, or 40 to 1, the threshold beyond which enzymes and antioxidants begin to degrade. That heat, it kills the very nutrients that raw cacao is praised for. You think you're getting a nutrient-dense powerhouse, but you're just getting expensive powder, with barely any live compounds left. What to do? Look for brands that specifically mention low-temperature processing. Choose ceremonial-grade cacao, often stone-ground, small batch, and genuinely raw. Ask questions. What temperature was it processed at? Was it sun-dried or roasted? Bonus. Look for third-party lab testing for antioxidant levels. Don't be fooled by fancy packaging. Your health deserves truth, not trendy marketing. Rule number 5, beware the daily dose trap. Raw cacao is delicious, it's rich, it's mood-lifting, it gives your brain a boost. So why not have it every day, right? Here's the problem. Too much of a good thing is still too much. Let's break it down. Raw cacao is high in oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that combine with calcium and lead to the formation of kidney stones, especially in individuals who are already prone or dehydrated. Next, there's the risk of copper overload. Raw cacao is extremely rich in copper, and while your body needs it in trace amounts, too much can be dangerous. Excess copper can lead to neurotoxicity, causing symptoms like chronic fatigue, mood swings, hormonal imbalances, and even anxiety. Then comes the issue of chronic overstimulation. Raw cacao contains theobromine, a stimulant similar to caffeine. When consumed regularly, theobromine can accumulate in your system, overstimulating your nervous system. This may burn out your adrenal glands, disrupt your natural cortisol rhythms, and leave you stuck in a vicious cycle of feeling both wired and exhausted. These hidden dangers are rarely talked about. But if you eat raw cacao often, they could be silently impacting your health. What starts as a boost ends in burnout. Safe dose? Stick to 1 to 2 teaspoons per day for most people sensitive to caffeine. Keep it to 2 to 3 times per week. Hydrate well and rotate it with other superfoods. Don't turn cacao into a crutch. Use it wisely, like a tool, not a trap. Rule number 4, don't mix it with dairy. This is where modern chocolate fails us. Raw cacao is rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that support your heart, brain, and immune system. These compounds lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, enhance cognitive performance, and improve skin health. But the moment you mix cacao with cow's milk, those benefits vanish. Here's the science. Dairy proteins bind to cacao's polyphenols, preventing their absorption in your gut. Your superfood becomes a neutral or even inflammatory snack. This is why most store-bought chocolate, especially milk chocolate, has almost zero antioxidant benefit, despite the cacao. Instead, mix your raw cacao with almond, coconut, oat, or cashew milk. Water plus spices like cinnamon, maca, cardamom, coconut cream, or ghee for ceremonial-style elixirs. Keep the medicine sacred. Don't drown it in dairy. Rule number 3, know where it comes from. This one goes beyond your body and straight into your conscience. Cacao is one of the most exploited crops on the planet. Millions of pounds are harvested under horrific conditions: child labor, unpaid workers, toxic pesticide use, and rainforest destruction. Even if the label says organic, that doesn't mean it's ethical. Solution? Choose cacao that's fair trade certified, from farmer cooperatives or indigenous partnerships, ceremonial grade from Peru, Ecuador, Guatemala, or Mexico. Direct trade, supporting regenerative agriculture. Because energy matters. When cacao is grown with love, you feel it. When it's harvested through suffering, your body feels that too. Energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. Honor the source, honor the soil. Rule number 2, timing is everything. Imagine downing a double espresso right before bed. You wouldn't, right? So why eat raw cacao at night? Here's the science. Cacao stimulates serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, neurotransmitters that lift your mood and energize your brain. It also contains theobromine, which stays active in your system for 6 to 10 hours. Even a small dose at night can disrupt melatonin release, delay REM sleep, cause restlessness, vivid dreams, or insomnia, and leave you feeling foggy the next morning. Best times to use cacao: morning hours, before a workout, during an afternoon energy dip. Avoid it after 3 p.m., especially if you're sensitive to stimulants or working on sleep hygiene. Cacao is a sunrise food, not a midnight snack. Rule number 1, it's not for everyone. Here's the most unpopular truth, but the one that matters most. Raw cacao isn't for everybody. Some people thrive on it. Others, not so much. Common negative reactions include increased anxiety, digestive issues, breakouts or rashes, adrenal fatigue symptoms, and mood swings or emotional volatility. And yet, because it's natural and trendy, people force it. But real health isn't about following fads. It's about following feedback. If cacao lights you up, gives you clarity, and makes you feel alive, fantastic. But if it drains you, spins your brain, or throws your digestion off, it's okay to walk away. Wellness isn't about loyalty to a food. It's about loyalty to your truth. The sacred bean when used with wisdom. Raw cacao is powerful. It's ancient. It's complex. It can awaken, uplift, and transform. But power without precision, that's danger disguised as wellness. Don't let pretty packaging and health hype blind you. You now know the 7 cacao commandments. Never eat it on an empty stomach. Not all cacao is truly raw. Investigate the source. Avoid daily overdoses. Moderation matters. Never mix it with dairy. Know where it's grown. Ethics matter. Respect timing. Mornings are best. Listen to your body. It doesn't lie. What shocked you the most? Have you ever felt cacao jitters? Tell us in the comments. Like this video if you're ready to use cacao wisely and not just blindly. Subscribe for more deep dives on foods, health trends, and the ancient truths behind modern wellness. Drop in the comments if you've ever felt the rush and now understand the risks.